Hello and welcome to the 2025 Religious Distinguished Lecture Series hosted by Department of Religious Study at the University of West. And thank you all for being here. I'm Miro Sake, Chair and Associate Professor of the Department of Religious Study, and I'm excited to kick off today's event. And it is with great pleasure and honor I introduce today's distinguished guest speaker, Venerable Dr. Phramaha, also known as A.P. Ānando. He is a renowned scholar and committed practitioner in the field of Buddhist studies, currently serving as an assistant professor at the International Buddhist Studies College at Mahachula Longpur Narada Vidyalaya University. He is also a director of the Thai Chinese Buddhist Canon Translation Center at the Phokon Phramaha Temple in Thailand. His academic career spans multiple institutions, including a part-time role at Chin Chui Buddhist Sangha University in Taiwan, and as a director of the MA in Buddhist Studies Chinese program at MCU. He has an impressive academic background with degree and extensive studies in Pali Buddhist studies, philosophy, Chinese language, Mahayana Buddhist studies, religious studies, and science of religion from prestigious institutions across Thailand, Taiwan, and China. And his research interests include early Buddhism, Madhyamika, Abhidhamma, logic, Buddhist canon translation, and Pali Buddhist studies. His contributions to the fields are reflected in his groundbreaking thesis work, including the master thesis on Sabba Matiti Katha in Kathabatu, and a doctoral thesis examining the concept of Arahant in the Theravada versus Sarvastivada controversies. His dedication to Buddhist scholarship has earned him numerous prestigious awards, such as an Outstanding Alumni Award from Nalva University in 2019 and Sirinatha Raja Translation Award in 2023. Beyond his academic achievement, Venerable Ānando is deeply engaged in promoting Buddhist teaching and translation effort, fostering connection across the rich Buddhist tradition of Thailand, Taiwan, and China. The topic of today's lecture is development of Mahayana Buddhism in Thailand. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Venerable Dr. Ānando.
Thank you very much, Professor Sadia, and all venerables. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very appreciated today got invited to give a talk about the development of Mahayana Buddhism in Thailand. First of all, my English is quite got a little bit problem. If you can, sometimes you can understand. Sometimes if you're not clear, can ask me maybe in Chinese or in Tamil, because some of you here, I saw you can speak Thai, and some of you can speak Chinese here. So anyway, my presentation today is focused on the Mahayana Buddhism in Thailand. Basically, when we think about Thailand Buddhism, basically we focus on Theravada Buddhism, right? Not focus on Mahayana Buddhism. But actually, in Thailand, we have the different periods of the development of Buddhism in Thailand. For example, from the it's quite early of Buddhism spread into Thailand in the periods of Asoka, and after that, in this period, it belongs to the Theravada Buddhism. And after that, approximately about 1,200 years ago, about this period, it belonged to the Mahayana Buddhism and Hinduism together. So, and after that, after Sukhothai period, it's converts to be the Theravada Buddhism again. So it essentially gives you the information about the development of Buddhism in Thailand. It's quite a different period. And the Buddhism in the contemporary in Thailand divided to be two schools. The first school belongs to Theravada Buddhism. In Theravada Buddhism divided to be two schools, Mahanikaya and Kammayutika Nikaya. Mahanikaya, for my tradition, belong to the Mahanikaya traditions. And Thammayutta Nikaya established approximately 150 years ago, approximately about this time. And the second one is Mahayana Buddhism. In Mahayana Buddhism, now they divide to be two schools, Ānando Nikaya and Chinese Nikaya. Ānando Nikaya is come from the Vietnam traditions in the Thonburi period, and about 200 years ago. And the Chinese Nikaya or Chinese traditions spread into Thailand, propagated into Thailand about 150 years in the King Taksin or Zheng Xin Huang in Chinese, Zheng Xin Huang at that time. And the majority of Thai populations approximately believe in Buddhism 95%. Why we know the 95%? Because in the Thai ID citizens, it's very, very clear the record what the religions you belong to. So we know about the how many persons who believe what kind of religion you belong to or something like that. So this is a Thai map. In the ancient Buddhism spread into Thailand from India to Thailand after Buddha passed away, about 300 after Buddha passed away in the periods of the Asoka. And at that time, in Southeast Asia, it belonged to the Svanopumi. So in the words of the Svanopumi, this was quite a lot of the theory. Where is the Svanopumi? Some theory said, the Svanopumi is now in Thailand, particularly in the Nakhon Pathom province. Some of scholars believe that the Svanopumi is located in the south of Myanmar. So, not the conclusions about this idea. If you said, where is Svanopumi? Where is Svanopumi nowadays? It's a Thai airport. So in Thailand, Bangkok. So in the record, so I give you more about the introductions about the earliest of Thai Buddhism in Thailand, started by the Svanopumi period. The Svanopumi in the Pali records, there have many kinds of the Buddhist scripture records about the Svanopumi. Like for example, is Mantapasatika, Mahavamsa, Tivamasa, and so on. So this is about the Svanopumi. And at that time, when Buddhism propagated into Thailand, they have two venerable Sona and Uttara. Sona and Uttara, they are the first group come to Southeast Asia. We can say Southeast Asia, not just focus on Thailand. It's the whole of Southeast Asia, because some venerable from Vietnam is also Svanopumi also including Vietnam too. So at that time, two venerable from India came to Southeast Asia and started to propagate Buddhism in Southeast Asia. It's Svanopumi, and at that time, I think he came by the sea, by the boat, not by the land. So why? Because of this story, they talk about they have some like a yaksa, a demon, a female demon. They come from the sea to kill some boy in the city, something like that. So when they saw two venerable came to Svanopumi, they say this is the like a yaksa, like that demon. So they try to kill them. So they use like a magic power, something like that, to control the demon, the yaksa, and after that started to propagate Buddhism. And they use the Phramaha Sutta. The Phramaha Sutta is become the first Buddhist canon, the first sutta. It propagates for the Southeast Asian people. And give the Phramaha. Why I quote this verse? Because we connect to the Bhikkhuni in Thailand, in the Tang dynasty, in the Tongtian, in the Jiu Tangsu, and so on. And he gave the 3,000, give the Phramaha for the males and 1,500 for the females to be monks and nuns. And after that, we don't know about too much about the bhikkhuni in Thailand. Maybe disappear. But why I found some evidence from the Chinese record, particularly from the Nanti Gunei Fazuan, from the Tong Tian, from the Jiu Tang Su. They mentions about the bhikkhuni in Thailand, and I will show you later. So, where is the Suvarnabhumi? And I just mentioned about this word. In Thai scholars, Jampotinantan, he said the Suvarnabhumi should be maybe the south of Myanmar, or maybe in the center of Thailand. Maybe they take off the boats and come to pass the south of Myanmar and come to the Nakhon Pathom province. Because we found from this one, this is the maps of the Myanmar nowadays and Nakhon Pathom here, and this is Bangkok. So the Nakhon Pathom is the best of the Bangkok now. So we found many kinds of the evidence from Nakhon Pathom. This is pagoda, the very, very biggest and highest of the pagoda in Thailand. We call them Jedi Nakhon Pathom in Thailand. For in this pagoda, not just like this, before there's the architecture, there's a pagoda. So basically in Thailand, when we're talking about the origins of Thai Buddhism, where it's from Nakhon Pathom province, in this place. And they have many kinds of like the Dhammachakra. Dhammachakra also is quite a lot in the middle of Thailand and across the country. There's many places. And also include some kind of Yedamaitu Bhava Desamhetu Pathagato. Is in the south of Indian language. Also records in Nakhon Pathom province. And we also found like this record, Yetama. Yetama is, what the meaning of Yetama Bhava is talking about the Dhamma's arising from cause and conditions, like the Mahasamana said like this. This is from the most venerable Sariputta, talking Asachi and talking venerable Sariputta. And Thai Buddhism in 7th centuries, after that we don't have too much about the evidence to show to talk about the Buddhism in Thailand, but from the 7th century, the evidence from the archaeologists and the Chinese record. Today we focus on the Mahayana Buddhism, so I'm not too much talk about the Theravada Buddhism. And we find the evidence from the archaeologists and Chinese records what it says. I think some of you maybe have never seen this picture before. This is it's quite close to this is a place is called the Khao Phan Nok. The Khao Phan Nok pagoda is a show at that time Thailand is quite close to the Mahayana Buddhism because we found some Buddha image belong to like Mahayana traditions, Mahayana style, particularly the Amitabha Buddha. They can find from these places, and this places is quite very big and close to the Indonesia. The Borobudur style, but it's quite different if you see the whole the locations. This is in front of the. This belongs to the Twarapadi period. Twarapadi period approximately 1,200 years ago. And the same in Tang Dynasty in China. So we found the evidence from the Chinese record, particularly from the Yijinan Haji Fazuan. Records of the inner Lord sent home from the South Sea. So this record mentions about the Theravada of the Theravada. In Southeast Asia, include from Nalanta, the time Venerable Yijing, he studied Nalanta temple, and from Nalanta he focused on from Nalanta and from Nalanta to the east and southeast. directions. He has many of country. For example, like Sichuan, Sigasetra. Sigasetra is an ancient of the Myanmar nowadays. And after that, the Lankasu. Lankasu is a south of Thailand nowadays. And the Thwaravati belongs to the middle of Thailand nowadays. Sometimes we call it Utong, in Nakhon Pathom and Utong, the middle of Thailand. And Lin is the Vietnam country. He said at that time, when in the 7th centuries, in this country in Southeast Asia, he said, they believe in the triple gem. So in this country, in the ancient 1,200 years ago, in Southeast Asia, they believe Buddhism. He said this one. Yeah, all this country, there's really triple gems, and there are many men who also got a precept and practice arms sport and do tutanka. You can see this one in the Jiu-Jitsu and so on. So he said it's like a Western land. What is a Western land? Western land is mean the India, in India. So I have seen such monks who are really different from the normality. So this is give the whole of the countries in Southeast Asia at that time in 7th centuries. In the ancients of the country names is now not available. Just we can find some like a pagoda, some kind of architecture, something. And it's quite close to Thai Buddhism, and mentions about the Thai Buddhism. He more mentions about many islands, Pulusi Island, Malayu Island, and many countries in Cyprus, Mohosin Island, and so on. And once of regions, he mentioned that is a Panpan. So Panpan in Thailand, many scholars it's quite more discussed about the Panpan Island or Panpanzhou. This is a Panpanzhou. What is a Panpanzhou? This Panpanzhou will connect to the people in Thailand. Because not just only in Nanhaiji Gunai, but the Panpanzhou in I Ching record also connect to the Tongdian, connect to the Jiu Tang Su, and so on. So I just only give you the information about the Nanhaiji from the I Ching record. And he said, the whole this country people follow Buddhism, but mostly they belong to Hinayana Buddhism, and except the Malayus, and they are feel the Mahayana Buddhism. What does it mean? It's mean in the I Ching record, maybe in the south of Thailand, the Mahayana Buddhism not popular. Maybe it's not popular because he just only said, okay, just only in the Malayu. Malayu is like south of Thailand, Malaysia and Indonesia. Maybe it should be Indonesia. It's more the Malayu people at that time. So they have the Mahayana believer. But we can see more other evidence from the Thai archaeological evidence from Thai pagoda and Buddhist temple. This is Takakusu. He translate some time. I think when he translate the Panpan and translate to the Joe in the Iceland, some I'm agree, sometimes not agree. Particularly the Panpan display. Panpan display, I don't believe this is an island places. I think this is some kind of regions, like a country, something like that. Not like island, because from like Hongdian and Jiu Tang Su, it's a Panpan Guo, not Panpanzhou. It's quite different record. So this is I use for investigate in many kinds of the Nanhaiji Gunai and records about the Southeast Asia. And this is also translated into Thai. Nanhaiji Gunai in I Ching you have two records about in the 7th centuries. First is Nan He Chi Gun Fa Zhuan, and the second is Da Tang Si Yu Ji Shu Fa Gao Song Zhuan. Both of these records is quite important to records about the history of the Southeast Asia Buddhism. And very quickly in Thailand in the 7th century, I just mentioned about the Pan Pan Zhou. And how about Pan Pan Zhou? The Pan Pan Zhou in the author records like Nan He Chi Gun Fa Jian Tong Duan and Jiu Tang Su, they have a different. They use Pan Pan Zhou and Pan Pan Guo. Actually, it's the same places. And each record has same scholar believe the Pan Pan Zhou or Pan Pan or Pan Pan. Some is quite different, but I think it's the same places. Just the different translations. The located in Thailand, especially in the district of Phun Phin. In Thailand, south of Thailand is Surat Thani province. They have the one district called Phun Phin. So this place, many scholars believe this is in the ancient records in the Pan Pan Zhou or Pan Pan Zhou. And Phun Phin in these places. In these places, this is in all the record like the Tongdian. Tongdian is also in the Tang Dynasty. It said the kingdom of Pan Pan has 10 monasteries for Bhikkhu and Bhikkhuni, Seng Ni Si. So for the Seng Ni Si, how to explain? They have the Seng and Ni. In the general idea, we believe they have the Bhikkhu and Bhikkhuni, the Sangha monastery who stay in this place. And the Bhikkhu and Bhikkhuni study Buddhist scriptures, eat meat, but do not drink alcohol. This is in the 7th century. But they also have there are also monastery, also in the Samana. One's number is a Samana Brahmins. In Chinese, it's used as Dao Si. When you use a Dao Si, let me think about, maybe they have the Taoism in Thailand in 7th century. I don't think so. Because the next verse is, he mentions about the Brahmins, scripture. There's the Samana or Brahmins, he neither eat the meat nor drink alcohol. Study scripture of Asura. So maybe the Taoism in China maybe not more study about the Asura scripture, right? So I think at that time should be the Dao Si. Dao Si in Chinese record maybe belong to the Brahminism or Hinduism at that time. So he called the people, the monks of Bhikkhu, and very, very respectful by the name of Tan. The Tan is a very, very local language in Thailand. In nowadays, we still use this word. Tan is like a most venerable something like that. The venerable or most venerable something like that. It's meaning of Tan in Thai word. So in Tongdian, this word is called Hu Dao Si Wei Tan. He called the Seng Wei Bhikkhu or Bhikkhu and Hu Dao Si Wei Tan. This Brahminism tradition, they call them Wei Tan. They really show the respect and show the respectful. What we found from this evidence at that time, Buddhism in Thailand in the 7th century, they accept both Hinduism and Buddhism together. So this is it's quite close to the Tantra Buddhism. And in author books in the Jiu Tang Su, the kingdom of Pan Pan is the southwest of the Lin Yi of Vietnam in nowadays, between the Southern Sea and to the north by a small sea. So the small sea is in the top of Thailand. About this place, he then mentions about this. It's a very, very big sea. It's a small sea, not too big, because he said the travelings by both from the Jiaozhou is the north of the Vietnam, and to this place, the Pan Pan Zhou, this place, usually use 40 days by boat and come to this place. This is Pan Pan Zhou. And the neighbors of the kingdom is Lanka Suka. Sometimes in Xuanzang record, he used a Kamalanka, but in Yijing use a Lanka Suka, like a Lanka Suka. In Patani is It's quite close to Malaysia. It is placed in three provinces, Pattani, Jalan, Rathiwai, and in this place it belongs to the Lanka Superior. The people also study in Brahmanic scriptures and also Buddhism. So it's sure they believe both in Buddhism and Hinduism together. So, in my opinion, I think other bigger people who belong to Mahayana is good or not. It is era Thai Buddhists believe both in Buddhism and Brahmanism. So at that time, it belonged to Tantra Buddhism. So Tantra Buddhism not suppressed from China, but they come from the India. So maybe not impact from the Tantra in China, but got an impact from the Tantra in India. So Mahayana Buddhism in Thailand, we can see, for example, like the curve what Bodhisattva, what come Bodhisattva. It was same in Tang Dynasty. In Thailand, so many scholars in Thailand, they illustrate about this picture to be two kinds of theory. The first one, they believe the Buddhism in Thailand, at that time they are a mixed Buddhism and Hinduism together. It's quite belong to Tantra, a Tantric idea. And the second theory, they believe this is come from the Mahayana Sutta. In Satthamudrika Sutta, we read the Satthamudrika Sutta or Miao Fa Lian Huan Jing. From the start, we can see when Buddha start to Dhamma talk and to give a teachings, right? You have many kinds of the deva and come together. So this is to show the many the deva in Hinduism, like Siva or Narayana or something, and a lot of Apsara to come to join is a Satthamudrika Sutta. Then Buddha started to propagate this idea, this sutta. So you can see this is a Buddha, and this is many parts of the devas in the Hinduism, in Brahmanism, and also include the Apsara. It's quite close to, when I saw these pictures, then we more think about the Mokapu in China, in Dunhuang. In Dunhuang is also like this in the cave in China. It's quite different style, but it's quite close idea. And in our in this cave, the pictures in here, and this cave now they do the meditation hall. They have some. This cave belong to Wat Bodhisattva temple. Now they have many monks and some practitioners who do a meditation retreats inside this cave. Okay. Other one, in the 7th century, we found some the Dhammacakka in Lopburi province. Lopburi province is the middle of Thailand, the north of the Ayutthaya. Nowadays, I live in Ayutthaya. As some of you maybe have been in Thailand before, you can know the north of the Ayutthaya is Lopburi province. So in the Lopburi province, this language, like a Balawa language, it's quite belong to the ancients of Thai language. Now that we don't know. The normal people cannot understand what's it means. But the record in Sanskrit and the information from these scriptures, this evidence is also records about the Yetama Hetupapawa, the same. And some of the kata, when after Buddha just got enlightenment, not too long, and he says some kata, something like that. Yetama hetu papawa, tesang hetu katatato ahate sanjayo niroto, evang vati mahasamano, something like that. Sajajajang katayanang, Jatuthaja, Jatutha Ketang, Vivatang, Tuva, and so on. This is in the this use of Sanskrit language, but this Sanskrit is quite close to the Pali language. So, and the normally idea when we talk about the Sanskrit language belong to the Mahayana scripture, also in Thailand. And when we talk about the Mahayana Buddhism in Thailand in the 9th centuries, we have some Sanskrit. This is also in Sanskrit, but in the ancients of Thai, in Boiga. Boiga is my province in Kolar, Nakhon Ratchasima. And he mentions about the 20 females, buffaloes in perfect conditions of if you count something like that. They offer for the monks. The king, these 4 offerings have been dedicated by the kings of sea Chanasena to Buddhist monks who hope to be a Buddha, who hope to get the enlightenment. This is to show the idea of the Mahayana Buddhism in Thailand, because in Mahayana teaching, like encourage people to be a Buddha, to get enlightenment, something like that. So we can find some evidence from some inscriptions in the Boiga in Nakhon Ratchasima. And this is also to show, particularly in 11th centuries, also in the Sansung in Lopburi province, in the north of Ayutthaya. Also talk about in the year 1944, have the regulations. This inscription talk about the regulations. Someone who practice meditation retreat here, nobody, not around someone who interrupt them to do meditations. So it said in this place there are some monks, Mahayana and Sattavira. It's very clear at that time in 11th centuries, Thai Buddhism maybe have both Theravada Buddhism and Mahayana. Sattavira is a Theravada, but this is in Sanskrit. Right? They have the Mahayana and Sattavira who practice and use the meditations when after he done, right, offer the merits for the Suryavarman. Deva is a king at that time. And in other description like Bansapa in scriptures, mentions about the 5 Buddha. 5 Buddha belong to Mahayana traditions, right? And also the Paccarasakkava also talk about, it show the respect to the 5 Buddha and Brahma and Paccarasakkava. And this is my hometown, close to my hometown. Also, my hometown also have like this building in the particular from 11th century to 13th or 14th century, approximately about this period. The Prasangimai Mahayana Buddhism in Thailand, this is quite mixed between Mahayana Buddhism and Hinduism together. And I'm not sure some of you who ever live in Thailand before, did you ever visit this place or not? Maybe some venerable. So this place is a mixed Hinduism and Buddhism and Hinduism together. So when we see this one, Vajrasattva lanterns on the top one, this is show like a Bodhisattva idea in the Mahayana traditions, and so Bodhisattva Vairogavishaya lanterns on this one. This is where it belongs to Mahayana, and this is the devas in the Hinduism, and in this law and the lantern of the west door of this building. They have another one, the Amitabha Buddha. Amitabha Buddha, but it has been destroyed. So, in the Western, in the Mahayana tradition, we believe in the Sukhavati world in the Western. So, I have another one, the Amitabha Buddha here, and this is talk about the life story, and this is many kinds of Hindu deities. And in Southeast Asia, when we talk about the Avalokitesvara of Kuan Yin, basically belong to female, or male, not female. In Southeast Asia, particularly in Thailand. In Indonesia and many places include many places in Southeast Asia. The Avalokitesvara, you can see this image. It's not like nowadays in the Chinese traditions, like a Mahayana tradition nowadays come to the female style. But in Southeast Asia, in the ancients, more than 1,000 years ago, it belonged to male style. So in the top of head, they have the Amitabha Buddha. It describes the general idea about Avalokitesvara. And his slope, it says, they have the small Buddha. This is small Buddha is belong. After that, it come to the Thai tradition, Ānando Buddha, Four Pai. The four pai ways come from, but the Ānando Buddha is small Buddha. In Thailand, very the popular in Thailand. A lot of foreigners went to Thailand, go to search for the four pai, the Emerald Buddha. Right? This is come from the Mahayana traditions in the Tantra Buddhism. So I can show you more about the Bodhisattva in different styles. And this is also the Avalokitesvara, and this is also Avalokitesvara. This is some kind of Avalokitesvara. Bodhisattva, some scholars believe this is the Maitreya, but I'm not sure. There's especially talk about the Bodhisattva idea. This is all of this idea, all of these images belong to the Mahayana Buddhism at that time. You can go to if you have opportunity to go to visit Thailand, I suggest you go to in Bangkok, a National Museum. In National Museum, they keep this image, Bodhisattva image and the Buddha image in Mahayana and Theravada in the ancient time. Have a lot, have the exhibitions all in there. This is I compare comparison the Avalokitesvara in different periods. So this is in Thai side. This is also in Thai side. This is we far from. This is in Kanchanaburi. Kanchanaburi is the west of Thailand, and this is from the south of Thailand, and this is from the Thai Monastery, Phobonsan Thai Monastery in Bangkok. So this is different Avalokitesvara style in male and female. And also in Thailand, we can find some idea of three bodies of the Buddha, like Niromanakaya, Dhammakaya, and Sambhogakaya. And also mentions about the Paisachara group in the Rakam in scripture in the Buriram provinces of Northeast Thailand. In Northeast Thailand, we found lots of the Mahayana evidence in these areas, and also in some of the regions of Thailand and west of Thailand, and also include the south of Thailand, and show you like this Bodhisattva, Avalokitesvara. But the inscription is quite suppressed for many places, and this is ancients of Thailand. Nowadays we don't know. For the general people, we cannot read what it means. And also it's a language in the Sanskrit too. So it's a double difficult. And this is to show the three bodies, the Buddha in three kaya in Lopburi province. So why? you talk about the Imre Buddha, there's a four pai, there's a four pai. This is come from the Tantra Buddhism, from the small one like this Buddha image in the ancients in 1300 AD. So this is a different style in the Dhammakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. And Vietnam, in nowadays when we talk about the Buddhism, they have after this period in approximately the Buddhist era, 1008 or 900, approximately about this period, I started to. This is basically it is period before the Sukhothai period. Before Sukhothai period, it included Thavarabadi in the I Ching record and Shenzhen record, something like that. But after Sukhothai period, got the influence from Sri Lanka Buddhism. There are some Sri Lankan monks who came to south of Thailand, and the king of Sukhothai in Benin came to Sukhothai, capital city, and respect him. And after that, Buddhism converts from Mahayana Buddhism to Theravada Buddhism until now. So nowadays, the origins of the Theravada Buddhism nowadays belong to the Sri Lankan alliance, not the origins in the Indian, in the Asoka period. No, this is a news movement from the Mahayana to Theravada. Yeah, until now. So what? Nowadays, when we're talking about the Thai Buddhism, the first thing we think about the Theravada Buddhism, right? Not more thinking about Mahayana Buddhism. But in ancient, there are many kinds of the evidence and record, a lot of the Mahayana Buddhism in Thailand. And after that, it's about more than 200 years ago, I have in the Thonburi era, in the 1567 to 89, approximately, the Vietnam Buddhism came to Thailand and established many kinds of Buddhist monastery in Bangkok, in the countryside, and nowadays we have very big Buddhist Sangha belong to Vietnam group, and have many kind of the administrators who control the Vietnam Sangha in Thailand. And also in the 1813 and 1910s, about this period, the Chinese Buddhism came to Thailand by Venerable Xu Heng. So Venerable Xu Heng, he is come from the south of Thailand, south of China, in the Guangdong. So he took the Buddhism in Chinese style come to Thailand in the same traditions, Chan-zhong, and established the first Chinese temple in Thailand is called Mangwan Kamaravat, or Long Lian Chan Si in Thailand. So nowadays in Thailand, this is pictures actually is Phramaha Taiwan Temple in Bangkok. Very, very beautiful. Welcome to visit. Phramaha Taiwan Temple is a top 10 very famous in Thailand nowadays. They're very beautiful. It's quite news for Thai people. Many tourists come to here to visit, and they do. In this place, we include the Chinese language, Chinese food, and Thai Chinese Translation Center. Most venerable Master Sinting, he propagated the Tibetan Buddhism by this idea, and this is our work in the Thai Chinese Buddhist Translation Center, and operate with the Thai Sangha Council to translate Chinese to Thai and Pali and Thai language to Chinese to more exchange about, because the problem in the ancient, we don't know too much, we don't have too much about the Buddhist scriptures, just only the archaeological, the evidence, right? And some kind of the Chinese records in the ancient time, but no own record, particularly in the Buddhist text. So maybe this text can keep a long time. This is our team in the Thai Master and translates many kinds of Mahayana texts and non-Mahayana texts. So we have the like Xing Yun Da Sư, the Ren佛Xiao Si Xiang, and the section 42 Sutta, Susara Zhang Jing, and Pu Men Qin, Jing Gang Jing, and so on, Yao Si Jing, and this is also include a cartoon too. Okay. For the conclusions nowadays, I have the suggestions about the Theravada and Mahayana monks in Thailand nowadays before COVID-19. In COVID-19, before after 19, because of the COVID, not too much records about the monks. But normally we will records in the Buddhist Lane period, Vassa, in the Vassa period, in the Buddhist Lane period. So you can see the Mahanikaya and Dhammajutika Nikaya and Chinese and Vietnam is in the past of the Bhikkhu, in the monks, and about 28,000 supposedly about this. But in the Samanera novice, it's quite not too much. Mahanikaya, Dhammajutika Nikaya, and Chinese and Vietnamese is not too much. And 2018 is an increase. This is the general of the Thai populations. So it's very, very small number of the Thai, even in Theravada Mahayana monks members in Thailand, not too much. And this is 2019. This is increased day by day. 少子化的问题, a lot of problem about the number of the Buddhist Sangha in Thailand. So in my university, Mahajuralongkorn Rajavitiyalaya University, in particular from the IBSC, my college, I think more than 92% belong to the foreigner students. We have, I think, more than 300 students who study in International Buddhist Study College or IBSC now. But it's very, very few students from the local students. So, but anyway, in our university, we have the Mahayana traditions and Theravada tradition who study together, like Silai Dashe or University of the West here. So my presentation just will give you the generals and some parts of the ancients of the Mahayana Buddhism from the evidence, many parts of the evidence in Thailand from Chinese record. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Venerable, for an outstanding lecture. Very enlightening, and lots of rare manuscript, rare inscription, fascinated me. So let's take some few questions from the audience. If you have any, please raise your hand. Please, Venerable.
Thank you very much for the wonderful presentation with very informative information. And they would like to know why and how Mahayana Buddhism disappeared from Thailand.
So it's a very, very history. It's very, very difficult for how to answer. I think the factors, I think because of the political change, particularly for the leader of the country, like the king in the Sukhothai period. For example, like Payari Thai or something like that, the king of Thailand, he more propagate the Theravada Buddhism. You can find some kinds of the Mahayana in the Sukhothai period, but after that, after the king, he converts from Mahayana to Theravada. The general people also follow him, something like that. I think this is a very big issue, a big factor to let Mahayana Buddhism disappear from Thailand. But I think they have another causes. But anyway, the country leader, like for example, like a king or something like that, when for example, I use an example in China. When the emperor in China, they support the Taoism and Confucianism, right? Buddhism is a low down. When they believe in Buddhism increase and Taoism and Confucianism is low down, something. So I think this is the same in Thailand. When the country leader, what the religions they believe. For example, in Sri Lanka also. Some of you from Sri Lanka, you know well the country of Sri Lanka. In the colonial experience, right? It's quite not sustainable about the religions in Sri Lanka. Sometimes the country leader they believe in the non-Buddhist life. So this is, I think it's a cause to Mahayana Buddhism disappear from Thailand. But I think it's not whole of disappear because some kind of like many kinds of traditions also exist in the daily life in Thai society.
Thank you.
Other questions?
Yeah, thank you for your very interesting lecture. And I have only a small question. Can you go back to the inscription? The Sanskrit inscription, in a slide you mentioned that Mahayana Theravada.
Oh, okay.
And in the transcription, is Mahayana Stavila, yes. Stavila. Yes, this is dual. Stavila now is dual. This is two Mahayana and Stavila.
Yeah.
Or Mahayana Stavila. Mahayana hyphen Stavila. Yeah, if we look at the Xi by Yuanzhang, he mentioned yes.
Mahayana is Theravada.
Yes. This is Mahayana hyphen Stavila. Compound, yes. Both are compounded. Yeah. But this is the bottom one.
So dual ending to it. So Stabilo.
Yeah. Stabilao now.
Dual ending.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Just I
So
want to say.
in your opinion, it's the same school or different school, something like that?
Yeah, and it is the point is how we can decipher this compound, the one-to-one or a tatpurusha, or a Tapurusa or Kamadarya.
So I think we don't know too much about in the ancient records. Actually, like your Professor Liu Zhen said, it's like大唐西域记 in 玄奘 record, it mentions about the Mahayana Theravada, 大乘上座部, or sometimes it's called 大乘上座部法, something like that.
Yes.
It's a study in the Theravada and Mahayana together, something like that. They're separate from each other, something like that.
Yes.
We don't know too much about the situations at that time, but would like to. You maybe can more give the answer about this. Like, how about your interpretations about this?
According to this inscript, we can say, this is just a Duan. The Duan compound. That means, the translation is maybe not all Bhikkhu, Mahayana, and Stavida.
Yeah, very interesting.
Very
interesting. Yeah.
Both schools
Study together.
were living parallelly.
Yeah. So, how about you?
Interesting, because the ending is the dual, right? Dual ending.
Yes.
So that's two parts, right? And so Mahayana and Stavira.
Yes.
So if they have like a 大乘上座部法 or Mahayanist Theravada without India, maybe this is the first country outside Sri Lanka and India.
Yes.
They study Theravada and Mahayana together in Thailand.
But I think when Xuanzang went to India, he also finds something like,
Isn't it?
one temple, Mahayana and Theravada living together. So you couldn't find a separate temple for Mahayana. Mahayana, they're living inside along with the Theravada.
Yeah.
There's no separate temple.
But some, like I said, this is come from the Apakiri from the Sri Lankan school, and they separate into India.
So my question, have you encountered any like an Indian prominent monk from 11th, 12th century?
11th century?
Have they visited in Suvarnabhumi, Thailand? Especially because Atisa went to
Atisa,
Suvarnabhumi, but I think he didn't go to.
I think
He also visited. Right?
Yeah, in my opinion, I think maybe they got some impact from like Atisa and some kind like Mahayana in Tantra idea.
Transmission.
Yeah, transmit to Thailand. So why Thailand become to the Tantra Buddhism in 1,000 years ago? Maybe got the impact from the Tantra monks, but we don't have evidence to how to say, to talk about
record.
to record. Yeah, we don't know. Just like suspect.
Especially Atisa, he claimed that the best teacher is from Indonesia. He is teacher of all teachers because he learned Bodhicitta from the Indonesian teacher. It's amazing that South Asian.
Yes. Also in Chinese Buddhism.
Any other question?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I have two questions.
Yes.
Question number one, we're talking about Mahayana in Thailand. I just wondering, can you give us the percentage of people who practicing Mahayana in Thailand
Nowadays,
and also are they belong to the non-Thai community or they do have the real Thai people practice Mahayana?
Oh,
That's question number one.
okay.
Or do you want me to wait for your answer and then go to the next one, or do you want me to throw out everything?
Okay, I'll answer first.
Okay.
Okay, in Thailand, we have the Thai monks, Thai local people who got educations in the Vietnamese traditions and Chinese traditions in Mahayana cultures, and have a lot of the monastery in Thailand, and also they practice very well. We can say not just only in the meditations part, but also include the education part too. They have many kinds of the secondary schools and high schools, something like that, to provide for the children who would like to be a Mahayana novice. And so I have many friends and many classmates who do this work. I can share this information for you.
Next question is, you mentioned about the effect of Hinduism and Buddhism in Thai.
Yep.
But I haven't heard anything about the effect of the Vajrayana.
Oh, Vajrayana.
Yeah. Then, do we have any activity of that particular tradition in Thailand?
In ancients, we don't know more about the evidence, mentioned about Vajrayana. But nowadays, we have a lot of students from the Vajrayana traditions into Thailand, and some of them, they are our lecturers in our college, and some of them, they are students who are studying now. So, and they have some scholars who do and propagate the Vajrayana Buddhism in Thailand, but in the layman side, not by the monastery side. Yes.
Thank you, sir. So one last question. So, Professor Paul.
Hi, Rambo, how are you? It's a quick question. So, in the perspective of the Thai Buddhism, what's mean Mahayana? Any in the Thai Buddhism, what make Mahayana as Mahayana? Any character dimension?
So like I show you the inscriptions in Thailand is very clear about the aim of Mahayana Buddhism in Thailand is to encourage people to be got the enlightenment to be a Buddha in the future. Like in the 7th centuries, in the inscriptions, it's already very clear, and also until now, they still keep this idea, even in Theravada perspectives or in the Mahayana perspective in Thailand, they still keep this idea. Yeah, not change. Yeah.
But one no. Stephen?
I was wondering if you could speak more to some of the different Vinaya traditions that we find historically in Thailand. Like for example, when we say that there are Mahayana and Stavita monks perhaps living side by side or separately, like would they be actually practicing separately, like separate Vinaya at that point? Or are these people under the same Vinaya, same tradition, but one has the ideal for Mahayana, one has the ideal of let's say Theravada Buddhism, something along those lines. Do we have any evidence of, like, say, for example, like historically in China, that they're following the Dharmakuptaka Vinaya traditionally, and that seems to become now synonymous with Mahayana. So do we have any evidence of like Chinese and Vietnamese Vinaya being practiced historically in Thailand?
How to say? If we follow from the evidence in Thailand, I have one place in middens of Thailand. They have one monastery. It's called Wat Papathon. Wat Papathon, there are some archaeological evidence to show maybe they have the Murasarabhastivati school in Thailand before, but just only some scholars they analyze some of like a material. I don't know how to say. It's like like a tongue. I don't know how to say it. Lamp, like a lamp. Nowadays it's shown in the National Museum. And if you would like to know more about the Buddhist school in Thailand, I think from Nanhaiji Gune Fachuan in Chinese record, he more mentions about like a Samitiya school and so on. Murasrawasi Vasin school and Theravada school, something like that. But after that, how to disappear from Southeast Asia, we don't know. Finally, just only give the Theravada Buddhism in Thailand and auto school. How to disappear, we don't know the cause. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So once again, heartfelt thanks to Ānando for coming all the way from Thailand just for this lecture. He flew from Thailand. I'm very grateful to you. And also, I thank you everybody for attending in a busy schedule. And I just want to announce next lecture. So next lecture is on May 12, 2 p.m. Monday. How to train your mind and transfer your life by Venerable Khangsa Rinpoche. So in the same room. So please, if you have time, please attend that also. And I just want to thank you everybody for attending, and thank you very much.